Yo, man, so we got Elliot Wilson speaking with Joe Budden. He's talking about his issues with Drake, or Drake's issues with him. Him and Drake seem to have a decent relationship, but then out of nowhere, Drake unfollowed him on Twitter and IG, whatever. He unfollowed him on something. And then Elliot was like, damn, bro. Now, Elliot comes to reveal that Drake feels like he was the OVO mode. Now, y'all know, everybody like, what the hell going on? How did Kendrick know that Drake was going to drop Family Matters and come with a song called Meet the Grams? Low-key playing on the name of the song Family Matters by mentioning Drake's family name in his title. He dropped that, 30 minutes after Drake? Shit sound crazy as hell. So Elliot Wilson says that Drake believes he's the one that told Kendrick, that fed the information to Kendrick. And someone else had like a little theory as far as how that may have happened, but let Elliot go ahead and say what he got to say.
He actually, I'm gonna give you the puzzle. He sent me something that I can't say what he sent me, because if I tell you what he sent me, it reflects what he sent me. Does that make sense? Yes. Nigga sent me a rat emoji. Cause I think he started to think like Venice, like Kendrick's in Venice, you're in Venice, like
but you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation. Instead, you in that Venice studio, it's a celebration.
So I had to view it like I'm just really against him. So when he dropped Family Matters, it was just like, I was like, yo, you dropping this tonight? He'd be back like, yeah, whatever, LOL, like da. And then he sent me a rat emoji, and I'm like, I hit him with the 50 Cent. I was like, what the say fuck me for? Like, blah, blah, like. But I didn't like that shit. Don't send me a fucking rat emoji. Okay, I want to say for the record, the Drake Rap Radar podcast 5 years ago, it's the last great rap interview. Fuck anything came after that. So that took a long time to happen because he cut the bag with Apple. He had to talk to Zane Lowe. He didn't want to talk to Zane Lowe. So we went through all these different cycles of things. I'm just like, yo, it's like, I don't know. I just think a certain relationship, I just feel disappointed by the whole shit. I don't know. It just bothers me. Is it fine for it to bother me?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It could bother you.
That's all.
Because y'all was something.
Right?
So now a bunch of OVO folks are putting rat emojis on Elliot shit. Now Elliot responds to this fan theory. They say, yep, Elliot has a show with DJ Head. Drake told Elliot Family Matters was dropping that night. Elliot shared that with DJ Head, and DJ Head informed Kendrick and Twitter. Then Meet the Grams happened. Hey, Elliot Wilson, if this is what happened, gang, is this what happened? He says, cap, attack, tat. So, hey, man. What y'all think about that, bro? I still think somehow, Kendrick had to know somehow. Somehow, bro. There's no way. The song titles are too much of a coincidence, bro. Family Matters, then Meet the Grams right after, bro. It's too much of a coincidence. But in other news, if y'all didn't know, the conversation, we talked about it before, the conversation about Drake's with his reference tracks and going around, and people have been trying to discredit Drake as a writer. And the thing about it is, like, we don't know now what he wrote and what he didn't write. So then, after that point, someone dug through the archives and pulled up, something we already heard. Many people heard this already, but Drake's reference track for Lil Wayne to go ahead and make his song single. Single for the night. They pulled that up, and people were talking about that. So now, Joe explains what he thinks the difference between the reference tracks.
Farther than the rap type of shit, I'm not tripping. And
there's nothing that they could reveal about Wayne that would make me be able to name 25 rappers that are better.
Yeah, like
yeah. And with Wayne, right? Like if you were there for the mixtape run, you know that was his hand that had to go in there and do that at that capacity, at that type of clip. Like Wayne has been doing this longer than a lot of y'all was alive out there.
Word.
So, like, what do y'all want? I don't give a fuck about this. I ain't even like that Wayne.
But Joe, outside of that, are we wrong when we hang on to this thing like you was an MC? Like, if we know that the pure bars, the AM, PM, the bars don't come from that person that's disqualified, do we still need to hang on to that where maybe the general public doesn't care? That's a great hip hop artist, great hip hop artist.
Not if when the writer leave, you could go and do the same shit. Like if Jay-Z write me a verse and I go spit it on an album somewhere, cool, and then Jay-Z walk out, I'm just fine with my pen. I'm fine with that. I think the problem with Drake was now there's so many that people don't know what is his pen and what's not his pen. We just all assume.
Yeah.
That's the problem. But other than that, don't nobody really care.
But see, that's...
Now, Drake fans definitely don't care regardless of it. Now, me as a Wayne fan, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been knew that shit. But the thing is, whenever I hear the ghostwriting conversations back then, the way that made sense to me is exactly what Joe Budden just said. It's too much output for long, pointless verses. Too many mixtapes. You're not paying a writer to write a freestyle for 4 minutes long on a whole mixtape. That's stupid. That's dumb. You're not going to get paid for it. You're never going to perform it. That's dumb. And that's the reason why I like Lil Wayne for those pointless freestyles. You're not paying writers for those things. You pay writers for How to Love. That's when you pay the writer for that. You pay the writers for Rockstar. Oh, what's the name of what the song he had? His first song, Lollipop. You pay writers for those type of songs. Give me some melodic jams so we can hit the Billboard charts, so I can perform the song. We could go ahead and try to get some Grammys and shit. Those are shit you pay writers for, to go ahead and create songs and that sonically sound good. You don't pay writers to write just straight bars. That's dumb. That's dumb. But Joe Budden's using that same logic in that line of thinking to go ahead and say that this is why he really can't look at Drake the same way, because he don't think he could easily put out one of those timestamp tracks.
It was all coming from his heart and his chest. Like, it was all his creation.
I look at Drake different because it appears that you can't just do a timestamp whenever you feel like it. That's my own opinion.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, you wild with that. That's your new thing. That's crazy.
But it's not.
He lost a timestamp king.
But if you have been listening to my Drake critique, it's just really consistent. I miss the Drake that I miss. I had to let go of it. He's a different person now doing a different thing. But the nigga I know, introspect with the best of them, lyrical miracle with the best of them. He wasn't playing with niggas. Today, when you needed that, you couldn't do it. I look at you away. There'll be no battle ever in hip hop where I need to pull out my lyrical miracle and it can't happen. Now that's not saying I won't lose. I could lose. Yeah. But you're gonna hear lyrical miracle somewhere.
I received that. Kendrick though, I also feel with Drake.
Kendrick is a different piece.
He never, but Drake's ego.
And this is not a Drake cast, so we're leaving this shortly, please.
Last one. My argument to me, my position was always that the reason Drake lost also because he does not want to view Kendrick as like a true rival, right? In a real way. All his diss records, he clapped at everybody. Everything was takeover. Mm-hmm. It was as much about the Weeknd as ever. He never centered on Kendrick in the battle, which is why Kendrick won. To me, like his mind, he's always obsessed with Kanye. Kanye is his competition. Kendrick isn't. That's why he lost the battle. To me, you know. Is that fair to say? I just want to get your opinion on that.
That's fair. That's a really good point.
Yeah, that's part of it.
I agree with that point. Now in regards to Joe's take on the difference between Lil Wayne and Drake when it comes to the ghostwriter shit, this is my point. It's my thing right here. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you my honest opinion. When Drake does his lyrical miracle shit, I think he writes that. Now, when he gets the help from everybody when it comes to the singy song shit, the melodic stuff, obviously from what we see, he gets a lot of help with that. My opinion on Drake, I thought his ability to make hit songs, his hook creating ability, his hit making ability is what put him at the top of the game. And he couldn't be fucked with based on his ability to do that shit. And also his output of how frequently he did the shit was amazing. But when you figure out that he's been using help, you know, absorbing everyone else's skill set and tapping into different genres and shit to make him be able to put out shit that frequently, that was the thing right there that separated him from Cole and Kendrick, was his ability to create hits frequently, stay on the charts all the damn time. When you realize that's not all from his skill set, then that's my problem with Drake, because you can't really separate him that much if he getting that much help. He's a machine. We all know that business-wise, it's the truth. As a fan, it hurts you, but when you think realistically, that's the truth. He's a machine. He's an entity known as Drake, and UMG or whoever, they funnel sources to him to go ahead and keep that machine rolling and pumping shit out. And that's why me, myself, personally, when I look at his more recent music, it's just not much there. It's so empty. It's just skeleton as far as when it comes to constructing it, as far as the concepts, you know. Drake was much more introspective in the past. That's my only issue with them, and that's my only issue with the ghostwriting things. I do think that his lyrical miracle shit, I think he writes those. The timestamp shits, I think he writes those. But you notice those things come at random when he's shooting at somebody. It ain't in the midst of a battle, so you gotta think that quickly. But we do gotta show love to Duppy. He did come fast with a Duppy one. Pause. But that's my interpretation of the situation. Y'all go ahead and let me know what you gotta say in the comment section below. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here though. This has been another update with Stace. Yo.